You're in a precarious position. For the first time in your life, you're off your feet. You kind of don't have that sense of confidence and sass that you always had because you fell in love unexpectedly with a much younger man. Oh, you thought it'd be easy. You thought you had this down. You would be in control. You could drive the entire mechanism, make it go wherever you want it to go, that he would be adoring your little lapdog, just hanging on every word you said, with bated breath, waiting to see you anytime you gave him. But oh my goodness, how the tables turned. And now you're freaking out because you really like this guy. You didn't mean to, and you're not prepared psychologically for where you are because now you're not in control. You're vulnerable. You're vulnerable because you care and because he's sweet and he's kind. And even when you try to push him away because you're sure that if you're just bitchy enough that he'll let go and you'll free yourself. And this way you'll have to say, well, we couldn't work it out. I don't know. I get moody and he couldn't handle me. Oh, but actually what happened is you wanted to drive him away because you didn't like the fact that he was in your head. That kindness, that sweetness, that view of life that is fresh. To see yourself reflected back through the eyes of a man that thinks you're perfect and yet knows you're not, but has decided that you're going to be perfect. That's intoxicating. And you like it. And the lovemaking, I don't even need to go there because you know. And that surprised you. He shouldn't know those things. How does he know those things? But he does. Because he cares. And he wants to know you. And he wants to please you. And he's got his own fears. He's afraid that he can be replaced any minute by one of these fabulously wealthy, successful, important guys. And that you'll just look at him as a child. And sometimes you do, just to make yourself feel a little bit better, a little stronger, a little bit clearer. But then you come back to square one. What do you do with a love that you didn't want to create? You thought you'd get in and out, have yourself a delicious little meal and be done. Now, how do you sustain that? And how do you put it into a workable format for more than just a hookup? Well, firstly, there is a format for this, and you got to think outside the box. Older women, younger men relationships are just the same as everybody else. You create a relationship by bringing the person into your life, by being honest through honest communication, through sharing with them your fears, your concerns, your hopes, your dreams, and you build the bond. You build the safety net underneath you that goes beyond the chemistry, the attraction, the novelty of it. And you make sure that the human quality is fused and built together, because this is what's important. And this will be the support system that sustains you through all of your own psychological challenges and his, because you're going to trip out. There'll be a time that he's looking really fine. You're with him and you see some girl checking him out and you see him maybe even noticing her, noticing that she's noticing him. And suddenly this thing is going to go off in your mind where you're starting to think, oh, I can be replaced any minute. Why wouldn't he want her? Why would he want me? And believe me, I've been there. But the impact that you have, you need to know how to play the card you actually have in your hand. And it's not the I'm young card. Trust me, because you don't have that going on. You don't. So don't even try it. Don't try to look younger. Don't try to be younger. Don't try to be something you're not. Don't try to adopt a language you don't speak or like things you don't like. Oh, be open and learn from him. Learn to see the world with fresh eyes and reassess what you like and what you don't like and add things to the entire template of who you are. Weave it into the fabric of your life. That's one of the fabulous things about a relationship. But build the relationship with him. And you will have fears in your mind. And you will have things that are going to stop you. But this is why the doable part of the relationship is based upon the honesty the kindness, the sweetness, and you work it out. There will be times you should exclude yourself from certain things that he's doing. Not because necessarily you're going to feel old and out of place, but yeah, you'll probably feel old and out of place. And don't stretch it. And you should know when to exclude him from certain events and situations where he might not be comfortable. But in the meantime, you will find people that you both like, that you can spend your time with. And the differences in the generations will begin to kind of meld together. And you'll find your own vibe and your own groove. It can be the most wonderful experience as an older woman to suddenly have a completely different perspective on life, to be dropped into the middle of something you have no idea how to do, and just know that you want to be there. And that creative aspect of figuring out how to do it relies upon knowing yourself, knowing your partner, knowing your limitations, knowing his, and knowing what you want to create. And allow yourself the freedom and give yourself permission to explore the possibility that this can be a real thing. It has its challenges, just like any relationship. There are some specific sticking points. And if you get to one, I urge you to work with me professionally, because I've been down every road that exists here. Believe me. So knowing how to navigate it can be new. Listen only to the friends that really support you, not the ones that dissuade you from your love and what you found, but the ones who help you to decide your next steps. Find the people that understand both of you. If it's a really big age gap, or you live in a community that is highly traditional and you don't fit in, you will find your people. But mostly you will merge with your partner. And the two of you, for whatever apparent age difference you have, will begin to speak and find the same language. You will find your common ground. You already have, or you wouldn't come this far. But realizing that you're in love with a younger man can be a massive wake-up call to somebody who really thought they could get in and get out. Just grab the goodies and run away. And nope, they can be profoundly interesting, dynamically aware, socially and mentally evolved. They are another generation, and hopefully each generation progresses forward in what they know. Psychologically, emotionally, men are maturing because they know that they have to. That is a skill set. Instead of being repressed, that's one that we are honoring and asking men to incorporate. So talk to your partner and let them know, and stop trying to be so cool and so cold and in control. Because let me tell you, real love, you're not in control. You might as well admit it, because that is not about being in control. That's about surrendering to the wave and letting it wash over you, and realizing that no matter what your outcome, you have lived fully and experienced something that people go to their deathbed not ever having known and wished that they had. Susan Winter, don't hesitate to reach out at susanwinter.net. You can find my consultation page and a litany of articles, probably about 70 articles on older women and younger men, and resources that I have. So happy dating, and congratulations for giving yourself permission to love, and for being willing to walk into absolutely new terrain and discover what is amazing and what's in front of you. Happy dating.